Okay, greetings and welcome. This is Vibrational Guidance Over Truth, where we look at the energy within and the present. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. Let's hop on in and see what is the truth of the situation. Okay? So if there's something that you're wanting to know the truth about, go ahead and jot it down. Text it to yourself. You can hold it in memory in your mind. But let's see what the truth is about a situation. Divine guys, thank you so much for this opportunity to read for the collective. Please relay the information that you have for them to know at this time. Thank you. All right, thank you. What energy would you have for them to know at this time? All right, thank you. One more pull, please. Is there anything else that you would like them to know that is the truth right now? What are the truths in their current predicament, their current situation right now? Thank you. What are the truths? All right, so we have quite a bit of truths out here on the table. First one, most notably, that popped out in the reverse is depravity. And with this card, it says tyrant, spy, misfortune, and seduction. So this is in the reverse. It's key here to note that you are not being deprived, that there is not a tyrant, there is not someone spying on you. You do have fortune, and you are not allowing yourself to be seduced. So this is for some of you in the now. Thank you so much for that confirmation. Let's go with what's on top. All right, these two are mainly in the reverse. You have trash and commitment. Okay, so with trash and commitment, something in the reverse. So something is not trash. Something is not worthless. I'm hearing it's you. You are not a waste. You are not worthless. Okay, and then commitment in the reverse. You know that someone has not been committed. You know that someone has not been telling the truth. You know someone has not kept their pledge, their promise to you. So overall, you are not deprived of knowing the truth of a situation. You are not a tyrant. You are not experiencing misfortune, and you are not trash. What you are is a person who realizes how you have and have not been committed to yourself, and how others have and have not been committed to yourself, to you. In the upright here, we have pets, so dog, cat, animal, friend. So some of you might have a pet in the present energy that you have been thinking about, wanting to know the truth concerning. Definitely take a look into a deep dive with the pet. Then we have here next mystery. So there is some mystery in this present situation for some of you in the collective. And this mystery can be and is surrounding an illusion. Something is confusing. And we have these two moving forward. What are you being told to do right now in this present energy? That is to stay firm, be wide awake, clean yourself up, be decisive, clean your environment. Because ultimately, this is your time to do what? Stand guard. Protect yourself. Escort yourself out of the situation and teach yourself what you need to know at this time. Let's get some numerical confirmations and see what the die would like to say. All right. On the table, we have a 6, a 5, 3 threes. All right, that flipped over to a 5, but we have 3 threes. And we have a 2. So 2, 3, 5, 6. So we have a progression here. Some of you are not right at the beginning of a situation. Something has been going on for some time. So you're not at step 1, but you are at step 2. And there are 3 key decisions, 3 key things that you have noted. So you are toward the beginning, but you are not at the beginning of a particular situation, and noting that it is trash, and how you are not trash. You are not trash. You are not a waste. You are not worthless. With these 2 W's out here, you're not a waste and you're not worthless. What you're realizing is what is the trash in your life, and what have people called out as trash in your life. I'm hearing with a particular partner in a situation, and noticing how, well, you are not a complete waste. You are not completely worthless at all. You are aware of the areas in your life to improve. With the time, with the given support, or with the seclusion, you can take out whatever areas you might determine are not needed at this time in the season. And there are commitments, 3 key commitments: commitment to work, commitment to a person, and commitment to family. With the person, I'm hearing that is that significant other. How are you committed to work? Maybe some of you need to cut back on saying yes so much, finishing other people's projects and them getting the credit. Commitment as it pertains to, because your job is not committed to you, and if something were to happen, they will find a way to replace you, or somebody would happily say to the boss or manager, yeah, I'll take on so-and-so's work for a portion of their pay, since they're going to be out for a while and they shouldn't be getting paid the whole paycheck. Whatever cut is coming out, I want that cut. That's the type of work environment that you have for some of you. Then this relationship, again, they're not committed to your highest, best, good will and way, to your skill development, your advancement, and your purpose, and where you're called to be here for this time and for this season. Then we have here this family. What's going on there? There's someone that you need to cut out. I'm hearing who's a gossip body, always calling, taking up your time, where you could be reading, listening to an audiobook, watching a documentary, watching a YouTube clip on how to do something for your craft, for your skill, just to gain the informational awareness, but they're sucking up, taking up your time. Here with this 5 firm, we have wide awake, clean, and decisive. So there are 5 things that you need to clean up. I'm hearing clean up those 5 rooms in your house and make no excuses. Write it down. When on Monday you were cleaning up the bathrooms, deep clean. On Tuesday, it is the living room, deep clean. On Wednesday, I'm hearing it's the garage. On Thursday, it is the bedroom and the closet. And on Friday, it is the kitchen. And everything gets a real deep, decisive clean. Wide awake, you have your headphones over your ears, in your ears. Cell phone is on the charger, and you are listening to your audiobooks, your motivational terms and words and affirmations and music. And you are on the go, you are on the move, because there are 6 things that you need to stay on guard for. Definitely staying on guard to protect your mind. Escort the emotions and feelings out of your heart that you don't need. And you're teaching yourself new physical actions to be engaged with. Let's now look here at our time card. So what, Divine Guides, is a particular timetable? When are these things happening that the collective wants to know the truth about? Thank you so much for what you have chosen to say. What are some timetable cards that the collective can be made privy to? All right. What can it be made aware of? All right. Number 1. Ooh. All right. Some popping out on the table and on the floor. Okay, came in the upright. That was a reverse. Thank you so much for what you said. What are some timetable cards? Ooh, thank you. What are some timetable cards? I'm hearing Not one more, but you can. All right. So since we can, we will. Maybe something will come out. Maybe something will not. All right. So we have our answer here. Something will be occurring in May. Whenever May is coming around for you after you see this message. And it will not be within 6 months. Something is not happening in 6 months. It will be on a stormy day for some of you, this particular situation. The wind and rain elements will be a sign, synchronicity, confirmation. And we have here, not in summer. So 2 things will not be happening. It will not be happening within 6 months. It will not be happening in the summertime. It will be on a stormy day, and it will be in May. All right, so noticing that synchronicity of rhyming, May and day. Okay, let's go ahead and look now at our place cards. Where is a place? When we're looking at the truth of a situation, where is a place for those tuning in to keep in mind? A place where a conversation can happen, a place where they could be bombarded, a place where they need to be guarded. What is a place to keep in mind? A place where this good news comes in, this fortuitous opportunity. What is the place where they have their epiphany? All right, last shuffle. What is the place? All right, divine guys, thank you so much for what you've said. What is a place that is significant for the collective, those tuning into this message? Thank you so much. What is a significant place? What would you like to show them? Thank you for what has come out. Thank you for what you have said previously. Thank you. What is a place? Thank you so much. What is a place that is significant? Thank you so much for what you have chosen to say. And that desert card kept sticking out. So maybe Arizona, for those of you in the United States, is significant. All right. Cards have fallen where they may. Let's look at this third row. We have right here and here. For some of you, the place may be the supermarket. So you're ordering groceries, you're looking for fresh produce, getting the products that you need. For some of you, the significant place could be a place of reminiscence. So maybe it's a place with nostalgia, memory, childhood memories in particular, sentimental feelings where you're reflecting, like this bench or a child swing. Where it will not be for some of you is a lighthouse, all right? A place of hope, guiding light. It's not going to be a lighthouse that came right here, all right? Not a lighthouse. With trash, right on top of trash, actually, we have a bustling hub. So social nexus, lively activities, cultural melting pot. And I believe this was in the upright. So for some of you, you're going to realize you're not trash at the hub. I could sell at this market. I could have a stand. I can, yes, you can. Social nexus, socially connect with people who come up, spark up great brief conversation. As you know, they're on the go. Yes, we have here the beach. So for some of you, things could take place at the beach, maybe at the beach in May. And then for others of you up here with depravity in the reverse, because you are not depraved, something could happen for you in court or with a legal proceeding or judgment. You're getting justice and something is fair. And then we also have here mountain. Something can happen in the grandeur of being in an elevated place with additional perspective, all right? So mountain, actually. Mountain and court. All right, last thing. Let's check in now to see What are the final answers? So we know the truth of the matter. You are not depraved. We know the truth. You are not trash. We know the truth that there's something that you are not committed to. And it's time to leave it, let it be. We know the truth that a pet is significant, or getting a pet, if that has been on your mind. We know the truth that there are still going to be some areas that are mysterious, and that you are standing firm in certain areas, and we want you to clean up certain areas and guard and protect your heart and your mind and your space, to escort out the energies that should not be in your mind, your heart, and your physical space, and to teach yourself how to continuously protect it. All right. Let's look at our final oracle cards. What are the answers? Thank you. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm just going to leave it as it is. What are the final answers? And you can see here that that trash card got pushed forward. So it's very significant information about trash. Okay. With the 2, the court, and the mountain coming out. All right. Any more answer oracle cards? Thank you so much. Let's start right here. We have ignore in the upright. So there is something that you need to ignore. Focus on the things that are important. You need to detox, okay? Get a good detox going. 1-day water fast, 2-day water fast, 3-day water fast, intermittent fasting, 16 hours not eating, 8 hours eating, or whatever it is, a 24-hour fast. Just detox, okay? Overlook something, okay? So someone tries to say something to you, just look over it. Focus on the things that are important, and maybe one of the things to focus on is detox. Then we have here cooperation. I'm hearing with your divine guides, with the mystery, with the esoteric spirits, the passed on loved ones that are for your highest, best good, will, and way being manifest in the now. They want you to accept and listen and work as a team for the win-win outcome. What are the things that present you with the greatest outcome, where you win and they win, where you're listening and they're listening, where you're accepting the truth of the yes and the no and the now, and they're accepting the truth of your actions, and working as a team, it presents this beautiful solution. And can't help but notice the color synchronicities here. And finally, with this trash card being pushed up, so something very significant about trash, we had coming out to the side, noticing who and what is calling you out as trash, and even yourself, is a process, okay? It's a journey. You're going to grow in it, like these tomatoes. There's a path that you need to take, some experiences that you need to have, and it is not this current journey. I'm hearing it's not with this current person. What the final messages do want you to note is this is a process. Confirmation card. It's an evolution experience. You are what? Transforming. You are reinventing yourself. You are engaging in new beginnings. You are with life for such a time as this. This is a process. A process is when things evolve over time. And the need for you to, with the synchronicities of these T cards, trash and transformation, you are not trash. You are a person who is capable with time, no matter how long the time is or how short the time is, to do what? Reinvent yourself, to give yourself a new beginning. This is your process. This is your path. This is a part of your purpose, is to show that it can be done no matter where you're beginning from. What is also true about this trash season, it can feel like a hurricane. It can feel like some upheaval. Things are destructive. You are destructing things that have been constructed. It could reveal a sudden disaster, a conversation where you finally speak your truth. Is that okay? Yes, because this is the time and the season for that. You could feel threatened, that there's a feud, an argument, that there's a natural enemy, that dark, deep voice in your head that's been coaching you by others, mean and hateful, spiteful coaches, previous friends, enemies, jealous ones, and it can seem like a deadly threat. Why should you even begin if you know those voices have shown up in the past and they could still be there now? Why do you move on regardless of this upheaval, this hurricane, and this threat? Because it is your dream to see yourself experience your desires. This is your good omen card, the last card in this reading, that no matter the nightmare that someone can articulate or that you may think up if you are up late, the fantasy life that you perceive to be is real. I love that. All right. So dream, baby. Okay. Dream, dream, dream. It's not a threat to go through this. It's not a threat at all. Let's get our final confirmation letters. These could be letters of the place where you work, a particular family member, yourself, significant other, whatever factors are relevant. Or it could be a letter that you see as a synchronicity, as a confirmation that pop out to you on a license plate tag or on a receipt in a word. All right, or you hear a term. All right, here we go. Down in the middle of the bottom, whatever falls out, we take those two. All right, here we go. We have I, we have L, we have X. We have standing upright, so it can be an R and it can be an I. So I'm going to put it here because R is on the other side. We have a D, an F, and a K. We have a U, a G, and an S. We have another D. We have another L. We have an O. We have another I. We have another L. And we have a T and a P. Pot top. All right. So letters out. I, very significant. 2 times, and we do have an ignore on the table, so it is synchronistic confirmation that for some of you there is something that you need to ignore and instead focus on what is more important. Overlook that thing when it comes up, that person wanting to be confrontational, to have that conversation. Let it go. We have an L out here on the table. This L has shown up 3 times, so the letter L could be significant. First name, last name, middle initial, nickname, name of a place of work. L is important. We did have lighthouse come out here in the reverse. So something that you think is a lighthouse can work, it won't. And again, lighthouse is not connected to pet. We do have an X out here. Again, you want to X out that you are deprived. You want to X out that you are trash. You want to X out the ways that you have not been committed to yourself and the ways that others have not been committed to you. And it's time for you to get up and move on. We have an R for reminisce out here. It's time for you to look at what are the ways that you need to reflect on the actions that you have taken and for you to move forward. We have a D out here, our final card, confirmation, dream. Again, we also had depravity. You are not depraved. You are here to show others that that dream is possible. We have an F out here, our F for firm. So again, stay firm, stay aware, stay wide awake of what is actually going on. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't try to justify it. It is what it is. Okay? Clean things up. Be decisive. Again, D also for decisive besides dream and depravity. We have a K out here. And this K can stand for getting in the zone, getting in the kill zone, putting your mark on the things, the attributes in your mind and your heart that are mindsets that are not good, and you need to completely destroy those items, okay? Because with this you out here, we can see that it's time for you to go underneath the root of it all, figure out what is the unknown and correct it. Make sure it is no longer a mystery. Call it out for what it is. And what's also popping out to me right now is the U in evolution and the U in hurricane, all right? Why are we also here? For you to G, guard yourself, set up these boundaries, protect your mind, your mental peace, escort out of your heart the emotions that have been trained there and conditioned there by others that are not of you for you. We have our S, of course, for supermarket and stormy day. It is very, very, very important for you on this sunny day, whenever a sunny day approaches for you, when you go to that supermarket, to stay in a sentimental, grateful space, irregardless if it is storming or not. You are here for such a time as this to reflect what are the things that are true. Do not allow yourself to be seduced. But with our O here, again, seeing a lot of O's inside of terms that are popping out, it's time for you to cooperate with your divine guides. It's time for you to overlook the things that are out there in life from your childhood that were experiences that hurt you, that simply taught you that this is the type of energy that some people choose to be in toward you. Again, this is your time to evolve, to move on past this. This is your omen, your opportunity to reflect on these memories of this nostalgia, whether it be good or bad, and produce a new outcome, a new product of variety that is you in your life. Okay? It's about that teamwork. T, of course, teamwork. That is what this is all about. Realizing that there can be threats out there, perceived threats or actual threats, but you are not here alone. Miraculous events and miracles can and do happen. Prayer does work. Affirmations do work. They help change the mind and the mood. So does meditation. There are free practices, prayer, meditation, mantras, speaking, thinking, feeling in the now, cooperating, with the oath as well on the table, cooperating and overlooking how you have ignored working with your spiritual team and choosing to take up this time to work with them consciously. You're teaching yourself that this is a new way of being. You are not trash. No one is actually a threat in your life, and there's no threat that you cannot overcome. Others have overcome it. You can too. Check out the resources. Look for the way and make the way. A way can be made. Because P, this is your time to progress. This is your time to produce the you that is here for the highest, best good, will, and way. Yes, this can be a process. It can take some time, but keep the promise to yourself. Make a new pledge to yourself. Consider getting a pet to solve this puzzle and talk something out. And what you're talking out is, how am I going to protect myself, my mind, my heart, my body, my space, to have the space to produce a product, to produce a truth, to produce a story, to produce an experience, to produce the me that is the product of ingenuity, that is the product of a process, of an evolution, of a peak experience, of new perspective. You can do that. The divine guides and I are here for you. And remember, everything is figure outable, baby, and wish you all the best.